Good morning, everybody. This is your Traders Exclusive with Joe Cusick, Vice President of Wealth and Asset Management at MoneyBlock.com, here from the CME Group trading floor. Now, the S&P's edged higher on Thursday, but the overall market action today has been mixed, basically waffling around unchanged. Now, the tech sector and the S&P's did close slightly higher yesterday, but the small caps, they closed slightly lower, and that's that offensive sector that we want to see. It's domestically sensitive. We want to see if that can pick up, because if we can't get leadership there, this market could have some short-term volatility. Now, 7 out of the 9 offensive sectors that I watch were on the upside. Specifically, energy, industrials, and technology all led the way. Now, the industrials really got a nice bounce, and that happened to be with GE really breaking out. We want to see if that's going to be a continued catalyst. Now, energy has had a bounce with oil coming off of its lows and it moved to higher highs in the last 2 sessions. We want to actually see if that continues. That would be a catalyst for oil if it can hold off that bounce. Within the tech sector, the internet names have been, and the semiconductor names have been big players. They've been big movers and have led the way. You could take a look at FDN, which is the ETF that tracks internet names, and then the SMH or the XSD to take a look at some of the semiconductor names. Now, the bonds have been getting an oversold bounce here, but they still remain in a downside trend. We want to see if that resistance starts to kick in. If it doesn't, and this firmness in the bonds, that could actually add some volatility in the equity world, but we want to keep an eye on that. We also want to look at the dollar. Now, the dollar did have a breakout earlier this week and has been holding that breakout, but there seems to be a challenge. If, in fact, the euro does start to firm up and even strengthen up, don't think it will, but if it does, that could put some pressure on this recent dollar rise. Last but not least, we want to look at the commodity space and specifically oil. Oil has had a nice bounce over the last couple of days, but it still remains in that early downtrend that we've seen since the beginning of this new trading month in May. Now, gold, it's failed to hold last week's breakout, but the trend right now for the last 3 weeks is still up. We want to see if there's any continued pressure on gold, especially after Janet Yellen speaks this afternoon. See what, if anything, is going to come of that, and whether or not the markets start to get nervous, or if gold starts to pick up on the upside due to those comments from Fed Chair Yellen. Well, that's it for Traders Exclusive. This is Joe Cusick, VP of Wealth and Asset Management from MoneyBlock.com, wishing you a good trading day and a great long weekend. Take care.